And
So we
now for
talked about
part
the
two.
blessings, but we all know being in ministry, there can be some pressures that come with ministry. So how do you all support one another when those pressures do come? Because sometimes it's things that you can just kind of ride the wave and it may be quick, and then other times it can be major pressure. But being married, how do you all support one another?
You want to answer that? I'll answer.
Go ahead.
Well, we make sure that we talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
We make sure that we communicate, right? In all things. I'm a big component, a person who believes that you have to communicate. It is unfair for either one of us to carry things and keep it away from the other if he's supposed to be my covering, right? And cover me and cover our household. And I'm supposed to be his nurturer to be able to incubate and bring things forth. We've got to communicate. And so in order to relieve pressure, when you think of pressure, pressure is a buildup. It's like a pressure. You keep things inside until you can't, and then you explode. And so in order to keep that pressure down, we continue to talk so that there won't be any buildup. And so this is one thing that we've learned in our marriage to keep those lines of communication open. When something is bothering me, I'll tell him, right? There are some things that I don't try to bother him with. And then there are things it's like, hey, I need to this is bothering me. This is a lot going on. And because he's my husband, he really knows how to kind of get me more in a relaxed state with some things. And I feel like vice versa with him, hopefully.
No, I'm so sorry, y'all. Yeah, please forgive me because I felt those dead eyes on me. No, likewise. I think that we do communicate with one another. I don't hold no punches, as she said, and I really don't hold my tongue. I don't, because I've been this way for a while. Either you're in or you're out. There's no gray. Either you with God or you're not. But I think once again it's the communication that helps out tremendously. And I've learned that as I've gone along, because I was one that I really didn't talk to nobody, because being in the world, how people will throw that what you said in your face,
and then
that city boy will come out. So it comes to a point that west side. I don't want that city boy. So it's not that I try to avoid things. It's just that I have to protect myself, protect my family.
Yeah, absolutely.
She don't tell me everything.
No, that's what I was gonna say. I can't tell him everything.
She doesn't.
That holy hood is still in him. It's there. That west side is still in him. So to protect,
she don't.
Everyone and everything.
No,
I don't. I use wisdom for what he needs.
No, that makes sense. Yeah. So I know that you all haven't been married that long. You're still technically kind of newlyweds, but I wanted to ask, like, what type of things do you do, like, to keep the fire burning, to keep things fresh? Like, what type of things do you guys do, like vacations, things like that?
Definitely. We vacate.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll do it in a moment. Like, we don't have to plan. We try to do it. We're very spontaneous to a degree.
Yeah.
So we both like to try different things. We love concerts. We love great restaurants. We love going to different states or going out of town. Because everything can quickly with our lives become so mundane and routine. Yes. We have to keep things spicy or going or quick moments of shutting down or getting away. Those are the things we have to do to kind of keep our lives and keep ourselves going, because our demand is like when we got married, we didn't really, we had a honeymoon, but we didn't really have one because we were both full throttle in ministry, right? So everything started like moving at once. And so we do ensure we have times to step back and refresh. We're not the type that's going to keep going. And again, it goes back to having those structures in place where you can step away and be okay, right? To refresh yourself. So those are some of the things that we do to ensure that we keep it, we keep it spicy, we keep it tight.
Yeah, that truck is always full.
I love
I'll leave in them heartbeat. We might be gone tonight.
Yeah.
And another, she said that he is a driver professional.
I'm a driver, so I'm
gone. Okay.
Yeah, I just be like, I'll wake up at 2 a.m. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another thing we do, no, that is spontaneous. He is real random. And another thing we do is, though, we understand one of the things I really love, and when we counsel married couples, is the 5 love languages. And so we ensure that we love each other the way we need to be loved and not the way we personally want to be loved. So our love languages are very different from each other. So it's always a thing to ensure that you're loving your spouse the way they need to be loved. Yes. For me, I'm very touchy-feely, extremely touchy-feely. That's not his love language, okay? Yeah. Acts of service he is an old-fashioned type of man where, hey, you have a good dinner plan for him. Don't put them house shoes at the door. Have things together. That's what he loved, right? Yeah. And so we try to make sure that we love each other the way we need to, in spite of everything, to kind of keep that spice going.
Yeah, I'll give her a hug and a kiss and keep moving.
Let me tell you about them hugs. I've got to tell you. So in his culture, he's 100% Puerto Rican, okay? Because most people think he's a black man. He is. His parents are from.
That's what I. Yeah.
He gets it all the time. and then people say, no, you're not. No, he is Puerto Rican. He's not black. And so in his culture, right, when I first met him, because I'm thinking, like, who is this man kissing all these people? And so in their culture, they're taught to honor and respect with the hug, and they do a kiss on the cheek. Yeah. So when I first, initially met him, he hugged me, and gave me a kiss on the cheek. And I'm like, you can't be going around kissing people on the cheek like that. Looking the way you do, people feel like, he likes me. He really likes me.
Yeah.
And he would give great hugs. So so that's the thing. That was a little bit of the thing that won me over too, because he would get him good hugs. And I was like, oh my God, there go that minister finna get that hug and that kiss. And so again, but it's what he does to everybody. Listen, I have aunts, okay? I have aunts who can't wait for him to come around and give him, because
they want to get that hug and kiss.
I said, now, ma'am, don't you dare. Don't you dare. That is my husband.
They don't do too much.
Right. Okay. But that's one of the things that he does. So he's become very touchy-feely, because that's what I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh. So what wisdom or advice do you all have for couples who may kind of be struggling in that area to re-spark that fight? It kind of sizzled on down. And maybe it may be brewing a little bit, but it's not ablaze. So what advice do you have for them to re-spark or rekindle the fire within their marriage?
I would say, number one, be intentional.
That's good.
What people don't tell people is marriage is work. It's work.
Is.
So it's like I call it, it's a vocation. It is a career. You have to study it out. You have to constantly work at it. You have to constantly perfect it. So be intentional with that. If your spark is going out, don't just sit there and let it go out. Do things to recreate the spark. And then number two, don't be afraid to reset. Because sometimes, right, I really feel like people don't understand, when you're in marriage, time still moves on. You grow and you evolve. So certain things you may have started out in your marriage that gets you going, you get older, that might not be the thing, because everybody grow where we're supposed to grow, and we're supposed to evolve. So don't be afraid to come back to the table and reset, to say, hey,
yes,
I feel like I need more of this, and less of this in order to kind of get me going in all areas, right? We can't just say in every area is necessary.
Yeah, no, true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think once again, it's the communication. I can't if I don't let her know what makes me happy. How can she make me happy? And if she doesn't tell me the same thing, it's that communication. But it also is you have to find that one thing that was a spark and relight it again. Even through arguments or how the debates or going however the case it might be, you have to remember what brought you here, what made you say I do, and yes, because that's a big thing. I think that's what happens when people their life start going down. They forget about one another. Like I said again, the good thing about me and Apostle is that, and I'm gonna just say it, we're a bunch of goofies. I love it. We just, that's one of the main. I mean, that's other things.
Yeah.
But one of the main thing is that we can just out of the ordinary just say something or just be ourselves and be goofy. But it's that one thing. What made you say I do?
Yeah.
And then go back to that. Or like she said, be spontaneous. Knock on the door 3 times. Let the trench coat fall. There was a songwriter that said that before a long time ago.
So they didn't know.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I'm just
hey.
That's why she did not want.
Apostle, we're talking to the married people. We're talking
I'm just talking to the married people.
That's the married people.
Yeah, to the married people.
I'm gonna have to tell my husband. I'm gonna have to just
knock that 3 times.
No, 3 times.
That door and that trench coat fell down. I'm just saying.
That's just the truth.
That's what sparks.
And I love that.
Sparks everything up. Because it does. You got work. You have ministry. Depending on what type of job you do. I have a physical job. I'm a truck driver. I'm in and out doing this. She has a mental job. Being in front, trying to counsel, doing this. So then we come home and we're looking at each other like, you gonna rub Bengay on me today? I'm gonna rub it on you today. What's going to happen? and everything else. But then when we have the opportunity to have one another, that's where vacations we are. I'll tell my company, I'll be like, I'll see y'all next month. Or we have people tracking us because they don't know when we're gonna come back.
Oh my goodness.
No, I like that you said basically go back to the beginning. They say with the Bible, go back to the basics. So married couples go back to the beginning. Why did you fall in love? What made you fall in love? What was that connection? I love it.
It was my arm and her smile.
See? I love that. I love the authenticity that you guys have. I think that's what makes it so powerful, It's because you're just being who you are. And something you said earlier, and I meant to say it, I love when MC Apostle comes out and she comes out rapping with I love that because I don't know how you do it. I know it's God because you come up with some raps. I'm like, oh my, are we recording this? We need to run this back. But we only have 2 more questions left that we want to ask you, you guys, and I really enjoyed this couple. Now I got to run to one of y'all services now. So my question, I'm going to ask one, and Kieran's going to ask one. But if you had to sum up your journey in one word, what would it be?
Go ahead.
Intentional. I would say intentional. It comes to what the scripture says, that our steps are ordered by God.
Yes.
You don't realize it until you look back and see how he brought you, the methods he used, the people he put in place that you didn't know was in place to get you to a destination. And so I feel like our journey, it was super intentional by God. And we didn't necessarily know it was, but we were obedient to his call, to his word, to whatever he told us to do. And it brought us to this place. And so for me, when I look back at how God orchestrated things, even from my healing, inner healing to where I am now, to how we are now, it was all intentional.
It's good.
Yeah.
Mine will be interesting.
Yeah.
Mine will be interesting. Coming from where I came from.
Mm-hmm.
And how God orchestrated. I go back to that because he orchestrated
Orchestrated.
from 2017 all the way to 2026. The path, the interesting. So that's my word, interesting.
So I guess if you want to sum both of ours up, it came to me. We could call it best of both worlds.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes.
I love
We
it.
experienced the best of
Best
both.
of
Coming
both
from,
worlds.
yeah, he came from, like, literally, he was in the world and he just jumped in Christ. He didn't go to church when he was younger like that. None of that. And I'm on the opposite side of it. I grew up in church as a church baby. So us coming together was truly orchestrated by God.
And then also being a shepherd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a sheep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at that moment of time, being a shepherd and a sheep, you know, like the interesting and all of that. And just having faith and just knowing and hearing the word of the Lord and just hit his voice, you know, and just being obedient.
You have some good analogies. Yeah.
Yeah.
You really do.
Yes. So we just have one more question for you all. What's one major lesson that you all have learned since you all have been married?
Ooh. That's
got enough
really
time.
good. You learned a lot of lessons, huh? You know what? That's a good question. What is a major lesson? Yeah, I would say to trust God. Like we have learned. So this was different for me in the sense, because I told him, I said, "Do you realize we are an interracial couple? Like, we're interracial."
But this is her first time.
This is my first time with the interracial. Him not. Okay. And so I feel like it's all a lesson, because even the aspect of a blended family, nobody talks about that, right? Because I had no children. And to move from no children to 5
Don't
kids.
You do it.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. That's
yes.
Cinco.
Six. Say it six.
Cinco, 5. Like all of that mixed in. That's all. So I think there are so many lessons we learned that I don't think we can just pin it to one, because this was really, like, I guess, well orchestrated by God. So there are many lessons wrapped up in just one.
I think for me, it's when it says he throws you in the fire and you come out like me what's that? Yeah, or what's them boys? Meshach,
the Hebrew boys.
The Hebrew boys.
Wow.
And when they were thrown in fire, they came out with nothing. So my lessons is knowing and having faith that God threw me in the fire.
Yes.
And the fire was being from a shepherd being from a sheep to a shepherd, being married and a pastor.
Yes.
All in 1 year. And you should see the faces of others when I tell them that.
Yeah.
So it's the being tossed in the fire and coming out with no wounds, no scars, just like, but being made the way I was supposed to be made.
Yeah.
So those things is just having that faith and keep on walking with it.
You guys definitely are a match made for each other. Like I can't describe it. Like it's like you've always been together. Like it's like meant. Like you work well together. Like when I see you both, I I can feel the love that you share and the admiration. And I love how your husband, like his eyes are always on you. Like I know you have armor bears, but he don't miss a beat. I be like, he watching. And I really,
Yeah.
really love that and admire that in
Thank
both of you, how you love each other and you're vocal with it. So
Yes.
Yeah, thank
Yes.
you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
I guess he all right.
Yeah, I'm all right.
yeah.
I'm still learning. I'm still learning. But I'll tell you one thing, God is not gonna get me on what did you do for your wife?
See?
He's not gonna get on me on that one. He might get on me on the other stuff. But at the end of the day, what you do for my daughter, which was
Right.
your wife, when I
Yes.
gave
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
nah, we good. So I
That's
That's
want to make
why
good.
you
sure.
got favor. That's why you got all
That's
that
right.
favor.
That's why we're gonna slap it down, making sure it's nice.
He is so petty.
So
He's so
bad.
petty. It's so much.
I love it. I love it. I could feel the love
It's
between you all. I love
yeah.
it. So we thank you all for
Mhm.
coming on and sharing these nuggets and words of
Yes.
wisdom and advice. Look for if not for anybody else, for Irene and
Yes.
myself.
Yes.
You all have blessed us, and hopefully, besties, you all have been writing it down. If you missed something, just hit rewind, replay, listen to it again, listen to it over and
Mhm.
over again, so you can have these words of wisdom within you. So if anytime you may get stuck, or you're like, "How did I get here?" or "How did we get here in our relationship?" Make sure, as Prophet said, go back to the beginning. Like, why did you all connect and reconnect? And then I also love too, as far as when it came to your one word being intentional and also being interesting. So
Yeah.
couples too, that's almost like a little game for you all. Not even a game, a lesson for you all.
Yeah.
Just sit back and think about, like, okay, how would we describe our marriage, and how would we what's one thing, as far as that we have learned within our marriage? Sit down. That can spark conversation right
Yeah.
there.
That's
I
Yeah.
true.
believe. Is it anything else you all wanted to share with our audience before we get off, Apostle, Prophet?
Go for it.
No, just let everyone know that marriage is work.
Yes.
And so put in the work to
Yes.
see what you want it to be. Whatever you want
Yes.
it to be, you have to have that level of ethics of work to get it
Yes.
done. And don't give up, right?
Mhm.
Because people don't tell you. Every marriage is different because every
It
person is
is.
different. So
Yeah.
come to the table and find out what works for your household.
Mm-hmm.
You can't look at other people's marriage and say we can implement that if we both don't agree. How can we both walk together
Hmm.
if we don't agree?
Yeah.
And so
Right.
again, it's good to grab from other people's marriage, but at the end of the day, come together to find out what works for us and
Mhm.
work it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's God first because it's 24 hours in a day, and I understand we're supposed to have certain time for God and everything else, but he also understands that it's 24 hours in one day, but it's 365 days in a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is work, like Apostle was saying. It is work. You cannot take time off because the devil wants to put that wedge in between us. So
Yes.
we, as men, we always have to be guarded. That's why he put us after Jesus.
Yeah.
He put us as the umbrella. And then he puts the women, and I'm not saying less, trust and believe,
Yeah.
Right.
as the
Yeah.
pillars.
Hmm.
Because without the women as pillars, we won't be able to hold. So it is work. It is intentional.
Yeah.
You have to make that time. It's 24 hours a day,
Yes.
Yes.
365 days. There is no
Yes.
time off. You can take time off from other works and everything else, but
Hmm.
marriages, there is no time off because the moment that you give a 30 minutes break on your marriage, that's when
Hmm.
the devil will infiltrate 5 to
Yes.
10 years of havoc, and
Man,
you're trying
Yeah.
to figure out why you're going through it.
I believe
Yeah.
that.
Men,
Yes.
stay on your guard. That's the way we were
Yeah.
built. We were built that way to
Yes.
stay on guard.
Yes. Yes.
That's
No,
good.
that's true.
That's
Wait a
good.
minute. Look, I know we're supposed to be ending this, but
That's good.
it's funny with you even talking about the 365 days, 24 hours a day. husbands, wives, y'all, you're not that busy. You got to make time for your spouse. You
Yes.
have to make, and that's not weekly. No, that's daily. If it's in the morning time, in the evening time, that call during lunch,
Mm-hmm.
you have to make time for your spouse. And like you say, Prophet, you give the what is this? You give the enemy
A foothold
a foothold. He gonna come busting all the way in. Like,
all
I'm
the way
here.
in.
What?
Hmm.
Yep.
So it's like we don't want to leave any room for him. So make sure that you all are reconnecting. Yes, I love it.
Yes, that's
I love
good.
it. I love it. Anything else for you, Irene?
No, no, I just want to thank them both for being on the show. I just think they brought such a refreshing,
Yes.
to this conversation about love and marriage. And I just hope
Yes.
that everyone else is just as blessed as I am to really
Yes.
hear the wisdom that they both have.
Yes. Yes. And I do love also, I know I'm supposed to be ending this is the last thing I'm gonna say for real.
No.
I love how Prophet, how you are honoring your wife. And then the same thing, Apostle, I love how you are honoring your husband. It is a blessing. I've only been on
Thank
here
you.
with you all for
Mhm.
a few minutes, but I
Mhm.
see that honor within your marriage. And I just love it. It's top notch.
Thank
It's top
you.
Thank
notch.
you.
No,
Thank you.
thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
So, besties out there, again, we hope that you all have learned something on tonight, that you all have received from Apostle Crishanda and from Prophet Manuel.
Yes.
Prophet Manuel. Write it down, jot it down, go back, replay it, do whatever you need to make sure that you all are getting this in your spirits. Don't forget, you all, share this with your other besties, with your family and your friends. Make sure that you like, that you subscribe to all of our pages, all of our platforms, because we're out there on all of the pages and all of the platforms. If it's a platform, you're going to see the Bestie Advice on it. So again, just make sure that you are liking and subscribing. We cannot do this thing without you and also with the help of God. So until next time, besties, we love you all and we hope you have an awesome, awesome day. Bye, besties.
Take it easy.
Thanks for joining us today. See you next time. Thanks for joining us today. See you next time.